Hi.
Good day, ladies.
Breathe out.
Breathe. I'm giving air hugs to all of our WWJs. So first, I want to thank every single lady on this panel because you guys, one, are so amazing and such good friends to me, and I love you all. And today is just kind of like our close-up session. We made it from 8:30 to 5 o'clock. We were talking before we just went live about tech, but Allie, you could tell everybody what you were saying right before I went live. And today is just kind of like
oh yeah, sorry. I was saying that Michelle and sorry, there we go. You guys were just really fantastic moderators.
Oh, thank you. Panic on the inside, I was saying.
Yeah, definitely we did.
Yeah, our panelists made it super easy. Both Linda and Nancy were just like, when Linda could hear me, we were texting off screen like, all right, for whatever reason you can't hear me, we're gonna go ahead and use some alternate method. You guys remember that episode on Friends when they were trying to get the couch up the staircase? All I kept thinking was, pivot! So I was like, yeah, we'll figure it out. And Nancy was lovely. I love her backyard. She had cicadas and yeah, so they made it very easy to just work with whatever problems we had.
Yeah, I think Jerry made it pretty easy as well.
Mm-hmm.
She just kept going while I was trying to comment in the chat.
You guys did well. And Jen, you had Daniel sideways.
oh my God, yes.
He was just like, I'm sideways.
You just roll with it.
He texted me, and first he said, I'm upside down, and I really don't know what happened, but I can't move myself. So first, did y'all think Daniel was on his computer or a phone? Because I really thought he was on his computer.
I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I just thought he was sideways.
Literally thinking he was on the computer, so that I didn't know how to tech troubleshoot that. I was like, well, Daniel's a comedian, we're going with it. Sideways. I took a picture of him sideways just so you can Yo, as soon as I hit end broadcast, this is no joke, he picked his phone up and it turned it, he said, oh
No.
Oh my God.
That's about right.
It was great, buddy. You had everybody engaged. You're good to go. You're good to go. Look, Pooja's here.
Hi, Pooja. Oh, I loved your session. I was drinking water the entire day, but then I was like, I need to up my water intake because Pooja said so.
Thank you so much. I loved the entire day. Everybody, Allie, it was really good. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
We really appreciate Sally just said the improvisation was awesome. that was so Michelle. Technology doesn't work. Let's just tell. You were asking the questions to Miss Linda.
Yeah. Like I said, pivot! That's my entire life.
So from even in the morning, like, oh, there's Diana. Diana, this is our closeout session.
Hi.
We loved having you with us.
Oh, hi, Diana.
Absolutely.
She was very encouraging. Diana was very encouraging to me.
Yes. Yeah. I could testify to that. I listen to her every week. She comes on live Wednesdays.
Awesome.
So that's for all of our nonfiction people out there who are just catching it. Build a business with a book. Okay. And she plugged that in her session. Diana, you need to drop that down again in the chat for us. But Pooja and I are there because we also write nonfiction. So if you're writing nonfiction, it's just so good to get yourself surrounded by people of wisdom. You know, that's the beauty of Facebook groups and just community, is that, you know, we bond together online. And if it wasn't from Diana, I wouldn't known Pooja. So,
That's right.
Diana's the connector, y'all. That's all I'm going to say. That's what the word, you know how they say, think of a word that describes people?
Yeah.
Diana's a
Yes.
connector. That's her word.
Yes.
You can never get away. Anne said the day was great. She felt like she had a little bit of information overload.
Oh, good.
Well,
I felt like it was really good to me. I felt like it was so spirit filled. It was really one of the best writing conference I ever went to, probably because, you know, we're Christians and we proclaim who God was and everything we do, and it just made it so wonderful and just full of information and golden nuggets. Full of golden nuggets. So I enjoyed just the whole environment. Yeah.
And
I definitely
Daniel.
got some inspiration for work too from the marketing.
Oh, yeah. So Anne is our expert here. I'm telling you. So Anne, what would you like take away big from that?
Well, I really like the authenticity and really finding your own voice. That's definitely something that I've been trying to figure out, and putting like mood boards together in Canva and everything to try and figure out my like target persona and my voice that I want to come across. So I've been doing a lot of personal digging into that too. And then on the work side of things, I've been trying to get the celebrities that we work with to really become authentic. So that's been a constant struggle, but I've gotten some more ideas on how to do that.
But I love the exercises that each, like some of the presenters gave us true like workshop session exercises. Go think of this, do this could help.
Write down words that describe yourself, your social media, your book.
Yeah, and I loved it when Mark said like that Max thought of like 3 people.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that was my favorite part too, Jen. Yep.
And I was like, think about those 3 people. That who would you want? Like for me, it's always the reluctant reader. I want to grab the heart of a child that's a reluctant reader. I want to grab a child with special needs who might have been struggling with reading in the past. And the vocabulary can be so accessible. You know, I think about all those things. Now I've got to start really evaluating though and bringing more clarity. It's like light bulbs were like all day. But yay, this was so anointed. Yes, we have been praying about this conference. Ladies, you can tell them behind the scenes.
Oh, we got some stories to tell behind the scenes. You know, when we talk about, we always have a plan A and a plan B and a plan C, and I'm always one to be the one to do it just right. Well, I was the one that me and Jen had to go to plan B.
We went to plan Z. If y'all didn't realize it, I was huge today.
She was.
You were? I didn't know that.
I had to go. We had an emergency crisis, so I had to leave, which during my session, you know, Jen knew ahead of time, so she was able to go into my account and take care of my 2 people that I was supposed to moderate. And I got here just at the end, just at the very end.
Wow.
But all those comments, what's so funny though, Tish, is I'm thinking, oh my gosh, every time I'd put a comment in the chat, it would say Tish said it. And I was like,
I know.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I was in the car the whole time, so my whole family got to listen to the whole thing because I wasn't going to miss any of it. And I was like, oh,
that's great.
there she goes. She petted me because I was going to chat while I was in the car, and I'm like, oh, and I'm driving, shame on me. So I had to eventually put the phone down and just listen and tell Jen I'm driving.
And I'm like, okay, I've got to represent Tish well here because it's saying her name.
And you was amazing with this, Jen. You stayed calm and collected the whole time.
Because it was of Jesus. That's why.
Seriously.
We all stepped into the calling. Hey, guys, like behind the scenes, y'all would be like, how can I help? What can I do? What is something you need? You guys were just an amazing support. Oh, we just got Margaret asking us about, no, this is our first one, Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if somebody else has a WWJ name, we didn't know it, but we've been that brand since last, October, November, something like that, Tish.
Yeah, I started with you January. It was the 1st of January. I remember.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah, and we've been going strong ever since. Steady.
Yep.
Yeah, we strong.
Mm-hmm. I would have never thought when this started that we would have had a conference. Like, would y'all have even thought that that was in a list of to-dos for us?
I wouldn't have thought to do it, but I'm so glad you did.
Yeah, you did an amazing job.
No, I'm so glad we did. We did. Trust me, we did all this. And thinking about Tish and Pooja, I'm going to call you ladies out. Y'all are on this camera. Y'all are rocking it, loving it. And look how confident, Allie, like all of you guys. And Michelle, you were just so graceful through everything, through calm. Like, I'm just so amazed by all of your talents and you guys just willing to share your gifts like this.
Yeah.
And being in front of the camera, not it, huh?
Can I tell you that every day I try to do something outside my comfort zone, and I absolutely hate the camera. I opened a YouTube channel. I absolutely hate the camera. I hate my voice. And then I saw Victoria earlier, and I was like, why is she so gorgeous? And then London's mom was on this morning. I was like, how do you look so beautiful at like 6 in the morning? And I've been trying my hardest. And I was just like, So yeah, this is my absolute outside my comfort zone thing because I hate writing, fine. Camera, speaking, not at all. I do it for my day work. That doesn't bother me, but personal work is just like,
well, guess what, Michelle? You have jumped into the diving board. You are swimming. You're out there. So I'm very glad that Michelle now has her own YouTube channel because I have a feeling that she's going to be like Tish and say, oh, I got this camera thing now. We're not talk about Ruby Bridges. Yeah. Why not, guys? This is Michelle's book. I mean,
nice.
Like, look. We need you in our lives, Michelle. We need
that is really nice.
But your stories need to all be told. And it's using that social media for good. And when Mark said YouTube, count YouTube as one of them.
Oh gosh, when he said video, yes.
Yeah.
And it's so important in SEO too.
Thanks, Sally.
And Diana, thank you. Yeah, Diana says so many of us in her circle. Yeah. Lydia, London, Daniel, me, Eugene. Yes, Diana, thank you.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite or most helpful takeaways from Mark was that we are using our platform to reconcile people to Christ. Marketing to me has always been, it's felt icky. So as a writer, I've really been hesitant about like figuring out like what that marketing strategy is. And people are like, well, think of it as value add for the person you're marketing to, but it never felt authentic. And then he said that, and it was just a moment of like, well, duh, that makes sense. Like your purpose for writing is to bring people to Christ in however that format is for you. So of course you would want to market in a way that would be authentic to that. And it just felt less icky to me. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, it did to me. Like I said, it really made me evaluate a lot of things, not just my approach, just what am I bringing to my people. Not as don't call them an audience, call them people. Like,
yeah.
Right.
It's person to person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it does, yeah.
And I was like, okay, so yeah, fall audit, y'all, that's coming. Like, action steps from today. And that's what a conference is supposed to do. It's supposed to, encourage us, build us up. But it's also supposed to have, we're supposed to have these teachable nuggets, right? These golden nuggets, right, Tish?
Right. Love those golden nuggets. Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to have to be doing a lot of replays too, because.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah. And Michelle was texting me like, "Oh, we need that resource from Jerry. We need that." She said we can get it. And we're like, yeah, trust me, she's gonna get an email. Like, yes, awesome.
I wonder what maybe we can ask our audience about what are some of those like nuggets for them, some of those takeaways.
So,
Yeah, Margaret says that.
I can fully obey God now. I'm armed today.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's one from Margaret. Marketing doesn't have to just be about your projects or your writing. It can include your interests, like the keynote speaker mentioned. Yes.
Right.
Insights into us. I really love that whole thing about the 3 buckets. Like when you do the general topics and then the subtopics.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a great takeaway for me when I'm thinking about building my platform. Yes.
I like when they talk about my whys. It reminds me how you always ask us, what is our whys? Once you know your whys, you know where to go. You have that purpose to continue.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why journaling your why is one of the first things in the conference guide, that the people that RSVP got a conference guide. And one of those first one is journal your why. So I make that conference guide available. I can go ahead and put it in the chat now, but I loved what you asked for, Michelle, for people to drop in some of their takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, when you're writing about your why and connecting with your audience, it's all about making sure that you're marketing towards people who you wrote for a specific reason. You're giving them the gift of expanding their knowledge.
Yeah, this conference, like there was a people-centered kind of general takeaway. Like if you're doing this for a person. So how do you talk to that person?
And that's what Jesus does to all of us, So it just all worked out that way. Sally has someone's too. She said, "Oh yeah, that look inside the first couple of pages." I talked to Tish and Ann a lot about that in boot camp. Like, let's go jump on Amazon and let's look at our comp titles. Oh, yeah. Sally liked to be a teachable spirit.
Oh, that was so good.
That's good. Yeah.
Be the vessel. He can navigate the rest. Create a community for your readers that's uplifting and encouraging.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Right.
I saw something about the Pinterest tip.
Oh yes, that was Ann. You shared with the SEO with the Pinterest. I love that.
It's me.
Yeah.
That's a good Pinterest tip.
Oh, and Nancy was also saying that she uses Pinterest to just get to know her audience. She's like, I don't know if it does anything, but she's sharing out her content and what she's thinking about, and she's like, it's great.
Pinterest is probably the #1 tool to use for content creators. It is such a powerful tool, and it helps you connect really well with your audience, especially once you get your keyword strategy down. Pinterest is really going to take off for you. And it's a great way to share new books that are coming out as well, if you have like really beautiful artwork that goes with them.
So I am going and finding our conference. I've made a new Google link to that, so y'all can check the chat. I'm off a minute looking.
Okay. Oh, it was under private chat. No wonder I couldn't see anything. I was like, oh, where is everybody?
I think a few of our speakers noticed that, and they're just like, "Oh, or no one's talking about us."
I know.
I think there's a delay when we're seeing the comments. I think there's a delay, maybe a few seconds.
Yes, a delay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the link Jen shared.
Oh, yay. Yes, we all want the Lord to use us in our writing. So, yes, keep in touch with us.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, we're so glad you could be with us. And then, yeah,
I love
Patricia.
nature.
Yeah. Like, you have found your stuff. Oh, we got a great question. What kind of writers are represented by the WWJ? You guys go ahead.
Cozy mystery writer and a haiku poet right here.
Nice.
Yeah, Margaret is saying like exactly like nonfiction, fiction, content books. So go ahead. Start back over, Tish.
Cozy mystery writer series. I'm working on my first cozy mystery series, and I'm a haiku poet. I want people to really embrace haiku, which is a form of poetry. A lot of people tend to overlook, neglect, and I hear people say, "Oh, I don't like it." I say, "Well, have you read one?" No. So it's just something to help you embrace the moment, to hold on to the simple things in life we tend to neglect. So that's what my haiku is about, the simplicity of life. Next.
So I write nonfiction and fiction. I have the Everyday Mom Challenge series as Bible devotionals. And then I moved over into fiction, which I love. I will say that middle grade and YA is my favorite place to live. But I do love to write different genres. I just honor the page and like, oh, I've got a story about a fantasy this time, and now I might have a horror book. Next thing you know, I'm writing a sweet romance. But it's all clean fiction for children all the way up to adults. So just having fun every day, honoring the page. So that's me for my side. All
right. Somebody love haiku out there. Yay!
fans, friends for life, for kids.
Yes. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel. Yes.
I can go next. So I write young adult fantasy. I haven't gotten anything published yet, but I am working on my first novel to get published, and then I'm hopefully self-publishing another one soon.
Right.
And I do blog writing on writing and marketing.
Yep.
Allison.
Okay, I'll go. So I'm a children's book author, illustrator, pretty much just like for young kids, but I do have the middle grade fantasy series out there, so I'm kind of excited about that. And I do have a blog that I try to write a lot, and I've done a whole lot of short stories here lately, so I'm kind of a couple of projects with that, short stories.
So you're writing a short story that's fiction, but you're also doing a survey of our county.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's got different things going. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. That's a lot of fun.
Okay. Michelle and Pooja.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to read the chat. Got distracted. So I am a writer of fiction and nonfiction. So for fiction, I write culturally diverse stories from picture books to novels. So my current children's series that I'm working on crowdfunding to bring out is the Happy Harper series. So it's about a quirky, happy little girl. A quirky, happy little girl who's exploring her world in Brooklyn, and her grandfather finally comes to live with them from Haiti, and she is just like the most excited thing. And then for novels, I write stories that center dark-skinned Black women to let them know that they can frolic, fall in love, have fun. So I'm working on accepting Elijah's heart. And it's about a mother who is grieving, and the Lord wants her to fall in love with this firefighter, but she's like, look, leave me alone. I'm just gonna live my life and raise my son. I'm done with love. And God is like, nope, that's not the plan that I have for you. So those are my stories that I'm working on now.
That's good.
Pooja.
And I write, so I've written my memoir, that was my first book. And then I've written some faith-based reflections and poems and some nonfiction on nutrition. So so that's it.
That's it. That's a lot. So as you guys can see, we are just a bunch of women who love Jesus, and we love each other, and we love to talk about writing. And we have just fallen in with each other and support each other along the way. So we all are coming from different perspectives and experiences and careers. Like, we could go through just a list of careers, like all over the place. But the Lord brings us all together the way He should with sisters in Christ. So I'm just so tickled to know all these people.
So can I share one of the comments from the chat? Can I do that, or do you have to do it?
No, go ahead. See if you can do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I tried. I can't show it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm clicking on something that Patricia said. I thought this was really cool. It says, I've made a ring of index cards. Hey, there it goes. To write prayers for people on Instagram and various platforms. How cool is that? What a great idea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love Instagram too.
Patricia, can you drop the link to your IG in the chat?
Yes, we will go follow.
Mm-hmm.
Please. I'll share so we can stay connected.
Oh, and you guys adopted from Haiti. Oh, that's awesome. Would love to talk to you about that.
That is really
I
cool.
know that in our description, this is the last for our conference tonight. We would love it if you guys could fill out a survey. It's just a really quick Google form, just letting us know what you thought about today's events. Give us some topics for next year, because guess what, ladies?
Can't wait. Coming back.
Can we say 2021?
2021.
Yeah, we've got the Lord started something grand. We cannot stop. So definitely want to have this next year. I was messaging Mark earlier, and I was like, okay, we have 5 minutes between sessions. Maybe we should have 15 minutes between. Because I'm texting my kids going, I need you to come fill up my water bottle, Pooja.
With Mountain Dew. I'll fill it up with Mountain Dew for you.
I won't drink it. That bag changed my life. Guys, that sugar bag, Michelle, that she held up.
Oh my God, what a great visual. I was like, oh, that's a great one for little kids.
And I felt bad when she rolled it up, because I was in the car drinking a Dr. Pepper, and oh my gosh. So I came home and I had 2 of these.
Yeah, Pooja, if you ever adopt your presentation for little kids, that's the way you start.
So she did. Gotcha. She came to my school. She came to Athens.
Oh, okay.
She was this roving lab. Oh my gosh, y'all! We went all over school. I took Pooja in all these classrooms. And Pooja's got this walking lab with all these cars and that bag of sugar. Michelle, I'm not joking. She used my Mountain Dew can as an example of what not to do.
Wow.
At the end of the day, I had touched that bag of sugar so much because I had
oh my goodness. The kids had fun passing it around, throwing it at each other.
I quit all sodas. I quit putting sugar in my coffee tea. I used a sugar-free creamer. I'm like,
Yeah,
you hold that bag that many times, Michelle.
Yes.
You know, there's a really good tea that I've had that's cocoa and cream tea that doesn't have any sugar in it, and it's like hot chocolate, but it's a tea.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that sounds so
share
good.
that.
It's
Okay,
really
you gotta
good.
give us the brand of
I
that.
know.
I'm writing that
It's called
down.
Tranquilities.
Tranquilities. All right.
Tranquility.
You know I gotta
Googling
try
that.
that one.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay, Pooja, I have a serious question, and I'm asking for all of us writers out there. Coffee is amazing for you, right? And you can drink all of it. And everything is good, right? That's
I
what you
will
want to
tell
tell us?
you. That's how I begin my day. As long as you get a good, something local or organic, that's just, but
Okay.
yeah, if you can, if you can.
So that
Sometimes
cocoa
I
and
know
cream
it's not
tea
always
has almost as
available.
much caffeine as coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, I need my caffeine. Coffee is not coffee without caffeine.
No, I know.
Agree.
But sometimes if you're trying to kick the habit, I'll give you a little tip. You could
What?
just stand there and smell it. Get a really good, nice
Ooh.
smell in, and it cuts the craving.
Oh,
It
I don't want the
does.
craving to go away.
Tish don't want the craving away. No, Tish. Tish
I would
is
love to
built
smell
on coffee. What are you talking about? Her author brand is built on coffee.
Yeah.
Natalie, I remember something that you said that you kept seeing Bible verses being popping up today.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Do you want to say anything about that? Can you hear me?
Allie, can you hear?
Are you talking to me? I'm sorry. I thought you said Allie, but I wasn't sure.
No.
And yeah, I did. I kept seeing the same two Bible verses, that Ephesians one that I read about God creating us for good works in advance for us to do, and then the do not fear one from Timothy. So that one is one that stuck with me, that I've really used my whole life. Like I've always, my anxiety story, and I feel like I get scared really easily, and God's just constantly telling me, this is not the spirit that I gave you. Fear is a lying spirit. So I love that verse came up a lot today.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I think London was the one that said it, and she's just a baby, I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, I know. So starting off the day with London, like what better way could we have started?
Oh, she's so cute. She's so
That
cute.
was so good.
So
I love
My
the
daughter
game.
was watching
I
her,
know.
and she was
Her
so
mom-
amazed. She said 1,000 books. I said, oh,
Yeah.
1,000 books.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my 14-year-old was watching her. They look just alike. So yeah, that was her inspiration. School getting ready to start. So I'm like, clue. If she can do it, you can too. And getting those books.
She has her own Instagrams, and she does like word of the
Amazing.
day, and she does all kinds of little book review talks. It's just amazing. Just amazing
was.
out there. I'm going to schools. If you go to her website, she's been to schools, talking to kids. I love it.
It's funny, my husband was watching that session with me this morning, and he goes, oh, she's just trying to make me look bad now. I just finished my one book, and she's 1,000.
Now it's going to be over his head from now on. I gotta be like,
I'm like,
London.
look, she's 10, 1,000. I'm just saying.
I saw Anne and Margaret talking about PitMad. Is anyone else doing that?
Oh, let's see. Oh, you can tell them your story about PitMad, Anne.
Oh dear. I entered PitMad, what is it, the last time they had it, and one of my tweets it got pretty popular. And I think I got like 40-something agents who are interested.
Ooh, that was
And these are
good.
top agents. Like Writer's House is my dream agency, and I'm watching it fire off on Twitter. I'm messaging, you just got Writer's House.
Well, I didn't know. I wasn't looking at Twitter, and I see Jen messaging me all. I'm like, what's happening?
That's awesome.
I just kept going, you got so-and-so, you got so-and-so. And I know Ann was like, leave me alone. I'll check it later. You're ruining my surprise.
Hey guys, somebody's asking what's PitMad, and then Timolin had a question that we can come back to after PitMad.
So PitMad is a Twitter contest, and it's for all age categories. I think it's just for fiction, but you use the hashtag PitMad with your age category and your genre, and there's some certain descriptors that go along with it, like hashtag MH for like mental health or something like that within your tweet, and then you tweet a short description of your book, and agents and editors can like your pitch, and if they like it, that means they want you to submit to them. So it's a really great way to get your work out there.
It looks like Margaret is, you're aiming for it this year. Awesome.
Yeah. I love it. They asked, have you signed with anyone yet? Are you working with anyone yet?
Not yet. I still haven't sent it out. I know.
Get on that.
I'm working on a strategy to send it out. I'm so nervous.
Hey, not a spirit of fear, lady.
I know. I'm so inspired today.
Good.
This is going to be the week.
Oh, good.
Let's start praying for Ann. Let's pray for Ann now. Yes, girl. God, yes.
Jen, we didn't want to miss the question from Timolin.
Yep. So, do you guys help people who are starting from scratch? We're just a bunch of ladies that love each other, and we're there. I hate to say I'm the founder of the WWJs.
She's the founder.
She is.
But really, we just get together and I challenge them and I say, hey, let's try this, or have you thought of this? Or and we have a community on Facebook and Patreon. So yes, that's us. So in 2018, I started from pure T scratch. Like I had no clue what I was doing when I got my contract. And that changed the course of my life. I had published some books. I had told this story about this before. As a new author, I didn't have a clue about marketing or promoting. I didn't even know about formatting a book. I wrote some on Word document and I hit publish on KDP. And I took all that stuff down, trust me. Yes, I've got a Bible devotional and my word is getting out there. And I told Allie this story. Someone got saved on that book that had no formatting and nothing. And they came to the Lord with their family and their children. So I started from just the words, just words. And then over time, when my publishing contract came in, I was like, oh, you do this and you do that and you do this. And I got the checklist and it all started to make sense. And I was like, oh, well, if I'm doing that, let's go publish and do the same thing.
Yeah,
like, brothers and sisters. So that's what my journey has been like. So we are pretty much learning together as we go through this author life. And Sally in here, this is Sally. She is now my editor, guys. I met Sally through social media in Eventbrite.
awesome.
So I'm excited for Sally to get hold of my children's book coming up soon. So yep. So yeah, we love our group. I actually made a T-shirt for today. I did not even show anybody, and it's like like all day. Because that's just like what we love to do.
Oh my goodness.
All day. So let's see.
Oh wait, I got my new T-shirt on too. Have y'all seen this?
Let me see.
It says, "I am always writing a story in my head."
Now start putting it on paper.
Yes.
So Allie, when you put that up there on Facebook the other day, I laughed and I was like, I've got the same exact shirt, but mine is black with a purple feather. One day we have to coordinate.
I love it.
I have a question for the audience. Would love to hear what one action step that you're going to be taking this week just based on what you learned from the conference.
That's a good one.
One action step. You see our organizer over here. She's keeping us in line.
I mean, there's a lot of conferences that you can go to. You learn, and you're inspired. But once you get past that, like, what are you going to do with all the information that you've been given?
Right.
Well, I know for me, it's going to be the social media thing because I hadn't really thought much about my voice and how people perceive me, except for, you know, my country accent. It's not as pretty as men, you know, but it's there. And I try to be sort of sweet, you know, but I don't know. I don't really know how I want people to perceive me. So I'm going to work on that.
Okay, awesome.
I know for me, it's going to be a change of attitude with social media. Now, I can see the benefits of it and just use it for the greater good for my journey and my purpose and bring more content to everybody. I was so down on social media, you know, but I love WWJs and I found some other groups. So now I know how to weed through some of the groups and just embrace the platform itself. Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. Timberland.
Writing, yeah.
All
Yes.
right.
And then once you get if you've got your author platforms built, you guys need to drop them in the chat so we can all go and watch your journey unfold. Because that's one thing I can say about all of us. We love to share our author journey.
Yeah.
Because so many people need to know they're not alone.
That's true. That is so true.
I see Margaret saying there are so many. The easiest is to go make sure there's uniformity on all her platforms with her pictures. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing that. And then Tish had the question about her avatar today.
Yeah, see, my avatar looks like me. This is my online persona. So I tried to integrate my real picture and my avatar together, like on my Twitter. You'll see the real me up there, and then you'll see my avatar in the personal. So, yeah, hopefully that'll go. But I probably will go back and somehow integrate more of the real me. But it seems like people I get a lot of compliments with my avatar. So,
I don't think it's necessarily bad to use an avatar, just as long as you keep it consistent.
Yeah, but I start thinking when you put your little picture on the book and stuff like that, and well, I still look like my avatar today. I know it's me.
I think that Tish is trying to say she does not want to give up her avatar.
I know.
You should do an insert with your face, the book jacket, and then your little avatar.
How cute! Yeah, yeah.
You could put it in the corner. The corner. And
part of my logo.
Yeah. And said she's going to do some of the things that Mark suggested first.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Mark! All of those marketing sessions were so many actionable steps. Oh my goodness.
I know that was so much information. I'm gonna have to go back from video and write down my notes, and it was just a lot. But it was good as I embraced it. I did not feel overwhelmed. I was looking forward. I kept thinking, what if we was there in person? We'd be rushing and running from running. And I love the virtual. It was really nice.
I love the virtual too because it's being banked. It's recording. And so if we went to a live conference, it would have been all we would have had on a handout.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Captured in our journal, whereas now we can just constantly go back and just refresh and check. And so Sally's got one. She wants to find an encouraging accountability critique partner to keep writing consistently.
Sally,
those are so important.
Sally, you write inspirational romance, so we should really connect.
Yeah.
And Tish does writing sprints, and now Anne has started Anne writes inspiration is in our chat. She's moderating, helping us with the chat. She's a WWJ. She's starting to do writing sprints, guys, on YouTube. So y'all got to follow the ladies' channels. Tish, tell them about your time for your your early morning?
I have early morning write-ins. It starts at 5 a.m. Central Time because I'm an early morning bird. And there are people that writes early, but I did meet someone the other day. I was late yesterday, so I did at 11:30. And I was surprised I was able to write at 11:30. So I probably will be doing two, for the early morning and the 11. So I got a lot done yesterday. So join us. Yes.
Yeah, I joined one of them and I was able to bang out my work emails.
Oh, that was
That's great.
That's really helpful.
there.
Writing sprints are amazing because I also saw where like carving out the time, even if it's 20 minutes, you won't believe 20 minutes of focused attention, what you could do in that amount of time. And so Tish keeps that beautiful timer going in her lovely office. So that really, really helps. So Tracy's got one. Yeah, journal my why. Yes, Tracy.
Yes.
We've got a spot. We dropped it into there about with the journal. And a scripture that encourages my writing for moms and kids. Yes, praying over scripture is something we do a lot.
And it helps. It helps so much. Yes.
And just like he said, he's not trying to tell you which one to go to, like which social media is best, just to rethink social media.
Yeah. And for those who are interested in like the marketing takeaways or I just sat there going, I have so much to do. So I was texting Jen and being like, all right, I'm putting together a 4 to 6 week plan and we're going to go through the marketing sessions again and just figure out what our action steps are. I don't know if you noticed, but I like taking in information, but then I want to do something with that information. So if anybody's interested, trying to look at in 4 to 8 weeks, maybe plan to do action steps from all 3 of the marketing sessions.
I am so into that.
Plan it out and get them done.
Oh, Patricia, I am in Central Time Zone. So yeah.
Yes, these Texas lady.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm in with that so much, Michelle, that action steps, like let's go for it. Because like you said, when you walk away from a conference, it's not supposed to stop. The learning is the spark. It is the fire. And then we've got our expert Ann sitting up here with all her SEO and all her videos.
No, that just brought everything back to life. I mean, I worked on it this past week, but hearing you broke it down so simple, even though you showed us before, but I was so receptive, and then hearing it today, oh my gosh, it was amazing. That was some good information.
So Margaret has asked us, are we full-time writers?
Oh God, no.
Yeah. We are. We really are. Even when we have other jobs, we are full-time writers. We always thinking them. We may be jotting down when we're away, So
that's a good
even if you have another job, I still look at us all still full-time writers, But so I'm retired, so I'm lucky.
Yeah, Tish is retired, so she has her own writing schedule, which is phenomenal. She's a beast at the writing schedule, y'all. I love her. Teaching me about NaNoWriMo. You guys need to join Tish for Nano.
Gosh, yes, me and Ann, y'all need to join us. That's the best place to jumpstart any of your novel ideas. That's how I look at it. You get that first draft out the way, and I had to learn a lot about the first draft. So yeah, Nano is a great place to start.
And I'm a literacy coach, and for me, I work all day in a high school. I teach English 1 to one group of babies, and then I coach teachers the rest of the day on literacy and lesson plans. And then I come home and I homeschool my baby, who is getting ready to turn 13 on Monday. My other one just went off to college, so I don't have 2 homeschools going on. I just have the one, and then I also write. So if I could be a full-time writer, I would, but at this time, I am 21 years in the educational system. So I just started my 21st year teaching. So but I love writing. I do it as much as I can get in. I've read 4 books this year, and that's it. That's it for me. So y'all can tell y'all's careers.
Allison?
Yeah, so I'm a stay-at-home mom of a 4-year-old, and that keeps me insanely busy. And until just a couple months ago, we were also business owners. We ran an escape room. So I just sort of try to get the writing in whenever I can.
Michelle?
Oh, and I am part of an amazing nonprofit that helps connect high school students with professionals. We help them figure out how to build relationships that will help them towards their goals. Because as everybody's talked about today, you know, I met this person through here. I was able to make this connection. Relationships matter. So we help the kids learn how to build relationships. So no, I'm not a full-time writer, but I don't think I ever actually want to be a full-time writer because I just have so many interests that I want to be able to do everything I'm interested in.
And I'm an early morning writer and a late night writer. And in between, I do marketing for a Fortune 500 company. And I do everything from social media to display advertising. And I also work a little bit with celebrities. It's really fun.
Oh, wow. And so when I said we have our expert moderator over here, I knew what I said. I got shot down at the bottom.
Oh, and yes, and okay, so I just have my own little small business as a nutrition and health coach. And before COVID hit, I was actually in the classroom with little babies and toddlers and early preschoolers as a teacher assistant. So I was doing that. So yeah, that was apart from writing, right?
Well, so guys, I think that we are right at our 6 o'clock closeout.
Okay.
Like,
It was good.
everybody that came today, you guys hung out with us all day. We cannot thank you enough.
Absolutely.
For just being with us. You guys poured into us. Trust me, all of you in the comments were just pouring into us as we were just behind the scenes and up front. Our ladies were up front. And we just want to thank you so much. And God bless you guys. And we wish you all the much success in your writing. Please do that survey for us. We would love to hear from you. So it is down in the description. Please click on that form. And you can also click to join the WWJ newsletter. And we will send out the information that, like Michelle wanted from HarperCollins, when they say, well, we'll give you these links. We want to be able to still be able to contact you. So that's a good way to do it. And if you win the door prizes, we had 10 to give away. We gave one away every hour behind the scenes, and we are going to email everyone. Tisha's going to help me organize all of that. She was awesome. And so all of those have already been assigned out. So I have them here. La la la. Can I tell a story, Tish?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is no joke. Go to Flippity, and Flippity is what we used. It is so cool. You can use it as games. It's just awesome. So I put everybody who RSVP'd in. Everybody, including us, because we RSVP'd. We can win prizes too. So put it in there, and I spun the wheel. I'm texting Tish last night, and I know she was tired because she goes to bed. Tish's name was the first one that popped up. She won the first prize.
What?
Yay!
So I was like, no. And I was like, you have to. It's fun. It wasn't me. I spun it again, and then it was Pooja. I'm like, it's not rigged. It's true. It's like all like randomized. It's two of our WWJs actually won prizes. So Pooja.
Oh, congratulations, ladies.
And then we have 8 others, 2 attendees that you will be receiving an email. But we love you guys. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
really appreciate everybody who spent the day with us.
Right.
Yes.
Thank
Bye.
you.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.